feel like Marcus, who's been around the league and won NFL games, but clearly he struggled in these two games here. How do you balance those two?
You know, it's us finding out what he does well too, right? What he sees well, what looks good to him. And so, I know he didn't play the way he wanted to play tonight. I wouldn't say he struggled the last game. You guys might have said that. I didn't say that. Because I thought he ran around, made some good plays and we moved the ball really well with him in there against Baltimore. So tonight, yeah, obviously not up to his standard. But it's about us finding what works for him, and that's just us learning him, and so that's us working together to figure that out.
How are Tyree and Dylan?
Yeah, we'll get you all that. Like I said, Bob will give you some information on that here in a little bit. But I haven't talked to the doctors yet. But it sounds like they're moving around. All right, I mean I can give you that, but I don't know anything else besides that.
It was an atypical night though in terms of the amount of injuries. What was it like on the sideline of all of them?
Yeah, you never want to see that. Your heart goes out to everybody that gets hurt in a game, and because they're working so hard to make the football team. So that's tough. That's tough for the team. That's tough for myself. That's tough for the coaches because you care about these guys and you want to see them succeed, and then to have injuries, that's always tough. A lot of guys had to playing a lot of plays. It was a long game with a lot of plays, and so we'll hope that they're not too long term, and hopefully they get back and better.
Tanner just said that one of the things he likes about the offense is that there's a lot of answers that are given to the quarterback. With an offense like that, though, you have receivers that have to break off routes based off coverages. They have to have some sort of chemistry, be on the same page. The turn, he's got to know. So there's a lot for him to know. Are you surprised that he's so far advanced at this point?
No, we did our homework on him. We knew how sharp he was. And we really liked the way he threw the ball, and so. No, and you see it in practice, right? And so we're not surprised by it because we treat the practice like a game, and we've seen him. We felt really good about how he's looked in practice to this date, and so obviously pleased with how he played. I think he was 10-18, but there were some drops there. I don't know. You guys would know better than me. Maybe 3 or 4 or 5. So the ball was going to where it needed to go. It was accurate. He had some really nice throws into some tight coverage.
You've been around a lot of young quarterbacks over your time. Is he ahead of schedule when it comes to processing, getting the football out? To me, to the naked eye, it seems that way.
Yeah, like I said, I think what you're seeing again now are the defenses a little different now in preseason than they are going to be in the regular season. Of course, right? People are going to play more basic and play a little safer. What I would say is, again, I'd see the ball consistently going to the right spot on time, and that's what you want for your quarterback when with accuracy. And so he can make all the throws. He can see it, and so he's been going good. To compare him to anybody else based off of 2 preseason games, I don't want to go there. But am I pleased with how he's looked and what he's doing? Of course.
You seem pretty amped up when Jacoby made his play near the goal line. What was behind that?
Yeah, just excited for him to, he's our guy, and excited for him that he's out. He was able to get out there and not being able to play last game, and go out there and make a play and make a big game-changing play. And so that's what why we drafted him. That's what we anticipate him being, and we're going to need him to do that to play like we want to play on defense.
I haven't spoken to you since the joint practices. What do you think about the performance on Tuesday versus Monday?
Yeah, I thought defense was good on both days. I did, and then I didn't think it was up to our standard on the day before, or was it Monday? On Monday as an offense, but like I said, credit to Cleveland. They got some really good players, and but definitely a better day offensively the next day. So I was just pleased with the way the guys responded, and when why do you respond like that? Well, because you got great leaders on this football team, starting with, Jalen and Jason Kelsey and Lane and Brandon and Fletch, and they just really got everybody going. And, you know, that was exciting to see because you're going to have ups and downs through a season. You're going to have adversity. And we treated it like, hey, here's the first half. You know, we didn't play up to our standard in the first half. Let's go out in the second half and play. And so, you know, hopefully those lessons can carry you through a long season.
So you're big on competition, Nick. Does Tanner have a shot of earning the number 2 job, or is that kind of we're way too early?
Yeah, you're way too early on that. Marcus is our backup, and pleased with the way Tanner's playing.
We had 11 penalties today. I think 5 or 6 pre-snap.
Yeah.
A lot of backup players, obviously. So where's your concern level? With
Yeah,
that as a whole?
those will drive you crazy as a coach. They'll drive you crazy as a team, right? And so, I wouldn't again like. You're always concerned when you have. You never want to have things that we always talk about this. Don't, you know, master the things that require no talent, right? And so pre-snap penalties, we believe that's one of those things, and so. You know, we got to figure out what happened. Like, was it the cadence? Was it Tyler? You know, what was it? Like, we'll figure out what happened. You know, there's early talks of it, obviously, because you're trying to get it fixed during the game. But you never want to see those. Like, and then, you know, going to the field goal, like, you know, the guy missed the one again. But I mean, those are just penalties those are things that get you beat. And so, great opportunity, you know, for for everybody, the guys that played and the guys that didn't play, to learn from that. But, you know, we'll spend a ton of time talking about that, right? And so, you know, master the things that require no talent, so your talent can shine. And we got to get those little minor things fixed because they become big things.
You said the other day you need to see these linebackers play. What have you learned about that group this week?
Yeah, I like that group. I do. I like that group. You know, I think that, you know, I think they're battling. You know, I really like what Nakobe looks like. I really like how Zach Cunningham played tonight. You know, Nick Morrow, Christian Ellis, they've Miles Jack. You know, I'm really looking forward to letting that continue to play out. And I just think they're, you know, especially with Zach and with Miles, they're just learning the system more, and you're seeing them be able to make more plays. And, you know, so I'm really excited about that group.
What did you think about Trey Sermon's run tonight? Did he help himself a little bit with running back?
Yeah, I was really happy with Trey, the fact that he bounced back. You know, he fumbled the ball on the screen. You know, a guy made a good play on it, but we weren't quite tight enough with our ball security right there, and he played the next play. Like, you know, the worst thing you can do is put your head down and you know, sulk in the play that, you know, that you didn't make. All you can do is really play the next one. So that was a great lesson for him, and a great lesson for our team to keep going. And a couple really nice runs that he had. So yeah, you know, that's good momentum for Trey. Obviously, he'd want to have the fumble back, but good momentum from him to finish out this preseason with.
Last one, Ed. Nick, what went into the decision to start Zach at linebacker? Is it just an indication of how far he's come since he's been here?
Yeah. And so, you know, and like I said, they're all still battling, right? We wanted him to, you know, Zach to be in with a guy that he didn't have to make the calls. So Nakobe was a good guy that he could be in with, where Nakobe can get all the calls, make all the calls. But yeah, Zach's played well, and one of the reasons why he was in there today, because he's played really well. And so really excited about where he is. He got a couple hands on balls, and I thought he made some nice plays tonight. And I also thought he made some nice plays in the joint practices, getting some hands on the football, right? He's long, right? Going back to when we would go against him when we were in Indy and he was in Houston, like, he was a body that you had to throw around and because it was hard to throw over top of him because of his length. And so we saw that in the joint practices where, you know, I think Reed had an interception off of one of them and somebody else did. Reed had both of them off of the pick, off the tip. So, yeah, I really like how he dissects plays and gets to the ball, and he's making good strides.